I had huge learning curves as an actor on that show. Chris Bailey, who was the director, was really patient and so lovely. So I felt well looked after, but also felt very frustrated, and that I wanted to be able to give more than I was probably able to do in that time in my career. And because I worked mostly with Jay, my character was very much connected with Jay rather than anyone else. So he was absolutely fantastic for a first-person co-actor to work opposite. He was just so funny. He always made me feel really at ease, and I think he was very aware of how nervous I was. So it was, all in all, a really, really good, positive experience, thank God. It was in the George Court apartments, and the second level up, so it wasn't ground level, but it was on the corner, and it was nighttime, and it was in front of the windows, and the room was really lit, and I remember thinking as I was multiply taking off my robe and pushing Jay onto the couch, and there was the windows to the intersection, and I'm sure people copped an eyeful of that. Just waiting at the lights and seeing someone derobe and hoe into someone else. They're very weird. They're very weird because you know they're so. You got to give so much of yourself and be vulnerable in that and be believable in that, and then you've got 15 other people in the room watching, bored out of their minds or whatever, you know, holding things or. So yeah, it's quite surreal. It was a really, really good script, and the character was beautiful, and I was just blown away. It was the most extraordinary feeling and experience. I still had to audition, and that was probably the most excruciating experience, or one of the most, because I think we had to wait. I had 2 auditions because the network wasn't happy with the first one, so I had to go and re-audition, and I had to wait, I think, 6 to 8 weeks to hear anything. So it was the possibility of having this amazing new role or nothing was kind of like that for 8 weeks. So I really, really enjoyed watching it at 9:30 on a Friday evening, graveyard slot. Just because, you know, you only get to see the stuff that you're in, but when you get to see everyone else's work and the stories that they're doing and the performance that they're giving, you just felt really proud to be a part of a show that seemed to hit it right, you know. Like every actor says, she had flaws, you know, actors love playing flawed characters. So she made mistakes, and she got some things right and she didn't get other things right. Amazing gift was because being the lead role, I got to work with so many different people, not only guest cast coming in, but really amazing stories, and then all the other cool cast as well. So to be able to tap into that many characters and that many people, you just don't. I mean, where do you get that? So yeah, I was very, very blessed with that. Yeah. Outrageous was kind of like the antithesis of what Mercy Peak was. Mercy Peak was all, you know, that wholesome small town environment, and this is like grunty, hardcore. Everyone's having sex, everyone's swearing, everyone's naked and committing crimes and stuff. So it was kind of like it's like a renegade thing that's just been like a vortex and taken the entire country with it. I come in and play one of Jethro's girlfriends, and so pretty much all my stuff was with Ant. Had a couple of other scenes with the rest of the family, but it was such a great show because there's so much freedom in it. There's so much faith and trust in the performances, and they allow you to have quite free reign with that. So it just felt, and of course working with Ant, you know, you just get to really play and get away with stuff and get into some really grunty stuff. I would have loved to have done more. Just the freedom that comes with that show, because it is very much around character. It's very character based as opposed to plot driven, and people relish it, seeing people go from one extreme of an emotion to another in a scene, and the comedy that comes with that, as well as the tragedy. Just the writings just really hit it, right? It was a gift. Visually, it looks incredible. They've really created an atmosphere. I think the stories, because the stories were pretty complex and there's a lot of characters, I think the formula and the structure of the story is really strong, and the more that you watch, the more that is revealed. I love that it doesn't spoon feed the audience. It assumes them to be intelligent, and they want to nut it out, and they want to, you know, figure it out as it goes along, which I really enjoy, rather than being told, now you must think this, now this is this, and that sort of thing. I love the soundscape of it. I think it really adds to the flavour of it. The writers were very, and the producers were very strong again about it's not just the people inside the cult that have got obviously issues going on, it's the people that have driven them into the cult. So my brother is inside, and as you find out as the way that the program works with the flashbacks to fill in the character's past, there's the understanding of the damaged goods that the brother and sister are prior to him going in. So I guess that hopefully creates an empathy with characters that can be a little bit, why the hell are they doing that kind of thing. So some of the locations were really challenging to get to, and guaranteed would be mud every day, and guaranteed it'd probably rain every day. So the crew had a tough time dealing with the elements, as did the cast, I guess, and making sure that everyone was not getting, you know, people getting sick, and making sure that everyone was okay and no one was going to, you know, get hypothermia and all that respect. But of course, and again, what comes with working on location, is that it's so much more time consuming than being in a nicely pre-lit studio. So time pressures were always on us for making the day, and that could be very frustrating for everyone, I guess. But it's that realisation that, you know, we're all trying to do the best we can and just shut up and get on with it. So yeah. It was an amazing experience of a really damaged character. Hear an echo. A really damaged woman who basically starts out at the bottom of the bottom, and through the progression of the film, I guess it finished with her at last finally being able to take responsibility and move forward in her world. And I was really attracted to that idea of a woman that you normally see, I guess, you normally see male characters playing, that had just taken the rug out from under their feet purposely, on purpose, and was quite prepared to not take responsibility for that, and then circumstances and people that she meets keep putting mirrors up to her face. It was really interesting doing the confronting the father's grave, drunk, and lashing out at him for stuff that they find out through that the sisters realise that he's actually, you know, taken his life. And I remember whacking the headstone so hard the next day I couldn't walk on my ankle. But I didn't realise it at the time, but I'd actually mashed it with this big swollen bruise. But yeah, just, I guess it's those opportunities to do scenes that, well, for me anyway, that take you to extreme places. They can be quite freeing, yeah.